鋼の錬金術師
All right, let's read chapter 108 of Fullmetal Alchemist. This is the final chapter of the story. We're there finally. It is over 100 pages, however, so this will take multiple sessions for us to do and many hours. But let's get to it. There's a lot to read. When we stopped the previous chapter, Ed was finally being able to damage Father, and that is kind of where we're picking up. Naze! なぜ神を手に入れた私がこんなことになっている? So why or how? Why me who has obtained God, that would be God inside of him, why me who has obtained God, this sort of a thing is happening? Why is this sort of thing happening to me? なぜこの私が攻撃を食らっている? Why this me, why am I eating or absorbing attacks? How can I be being attacked? たかが人間の錬金術師に by an alchemist that's just a human. 素手で with bare hands. Okay. Like with his bare hands. There we go. A nice image there. And the splash page for our final chapter, chapter 108, Tabiji no Hatte. So the end of the journey road, Tabiji. The route of a journey. So this is the end. The end of the journey. Tabiji no Hatte. All right, this is it. It says so in the title, right? What else could happen? Ha. Ha. All right. Lots of heavy breathing. Do. 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 Dump. Hey, have a good one. Oh, it's coming out. Oh, sigh. Meki, 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 meki. Oh, side. This is what, like unable to keep it, unable to pin down. Yeah. Osairu is to hold something down or pin something down. He's saying not able to. Raren. Gyo! Oh! Doesn't. Go! What happened here? It looks like something is swelling up and then... Oh, anyway. Okay. Gwa! Go! All right, everyone is bracing. That's not looking so good. Zoom. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, ishi o yokose. Like hand over the stone. Hand over stone. Oh. This looks like that storm of souls. Oh boy. Oh, yabe. Yabai means like, oh no, no good. Okay, so I guess greed is greed. The deadly sin is being sucked out. Greedo. Baka yaro. Makikomareru zo. Like, you idiot, you fool, will be dragged in. You'll be dragged in. Hanase. Let go. kotowaru. Oh, I refuse. Okay, so interestingly, yeah, this is an epic tug of war. Interestingly, greed is like saying like, don't let go, you'll be dragged out with me or whatever. And Lin is saying, I refuse. So this is Lin saying, I refuse to let go. 俺が皇帝になるためにお前には言ってもらわなきゃ困るんだろう。In order to become emperor, or if I to emperor for the purposes of becoming, as for to you, like being there must receive, or it's I'm in a bad place. Like I must have you, or I'll be in a bad spot to become emperor. つってもおめえ like you say that おめえもうおめえつってもおめえ俺様はもともと親父殿から生まれてんだ As for me, originally from Lord Father was born. I was originally born from Lord Father. This is probably just like, you say that, but... リンニャオの体よりあっちに惹かれる力が強くどうにもなんねえ。Okay, so more than Lin Yao's body, in that direction, the power of being pulled is strong. Like nothing I can do. So he's saying the power that's pulling me in that direction, meaning like towards father, is stronger than Lin Yao's body, and there's nothing I can do. Akirameru na, greed. Don't give up, greed. Funbare, hang in there, dig in. Yabai, oh no. Hikizuri komareru. Okay, so oh no, like will be pulled in. Yeah. Hikizuri. Dragged along. And this is Lin thinking this, which is why the words are going horizontally. Oh. Oh. 世界の王からかなりリンクは下がるが、真の皇帝も悪くねえか。Okay, so from the king of the world, kanari, I think that's just what, considerable? Yeah, considerable. Rinku wa. The link, as for the link, it's lowering. Kanari rinku wa sagaru. Shin no otemo isn't bad. Oh, okay. So he's saying something like, even the Emperor of Xing isn't bad, even though it's, I guess, like a considerable step down from King of the World. Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure about why. Oh, rank. Yeah. As for the rank, it's lower, being the Sheen of it's a lower rank, considerably lower rank from being King of the World, but maybe even the Emperor of Xing isn't bad. Oh. 一緒に戦おうぜ. Let's fight together. Aibo. Partner? Aibo? Ah! Ho. So konakucha. Like, let's do it that way. I mean, konakucha here is like, konakute wa ikumasen or something like, must do it that way. Gah. Oh, tricked him. Eh? Nani o? What? Got him. ここでさよならだ. In this place, it is farewell. Or basically, this is farewell. All right, just so we can get a better picture of this. お前まで親父殿に吸収されることはね. To the point of you into Lord Father being absorbed, basically won't allow it. Kota. I'm not sure why kota, but there's no. I would have said maybe like koto, but he's just saying kota anyway. There's no point or nothing for you to be absorbed by Father. Nan? What? ちょっと待って. Wait a minute. Or wait a second. こんな騙し討ちみたいな大あれは認めんぞ、グリード. Okay, wait a minute. This sort of a trick punch, like a trick punch. Damashi. Surprise attack, a sneak attack. As a finish. So as for a finish like a sneak attack, this sort of a sneak attack, confirming or accepting won't do that. Greed. 一緒に戦おうって言ったんじゃないか? You said let's fight together, right? お前は嘘をつかないのを信条. I think that's 信条. 心情にしてるんじゃなかったのか? Okay, as for you, not lying and 心情. Creed. Weren't you doing or living by a creed of not lying? Gah ha ha! まんまと騙されやがって、しょんべんがき. Fair and square were fooled, you piss brat. Unfortunately, there's no better way to translate that. Manmato. Okay, I get maybe like that was successful or thoroughly were deceived, successfully were deceived. And again, shonben means like urine or piss, and gaki is a brat. So take that as an insult. さっきのは俺様の最初で最後の嘘だ. As for the earlier thing, my first and last lie it is. That was my first and last lie. ランファンが賢者の石を持ってる? Ranfan is holding or has a sage stone. それ持って国に帰り na gaki. So like that thing take and to country return, you brat. Okay, greed is being like noble here at the end. Baki. This is back outside of them. Baki. Uh-oh. Koi! Ranfan! Come! Ranfan! Okay, so this is, I guess, greed starting to be absorbed. But apparently, like, Ed is doing nothing during this time. Zah. Oh, she just slices off his arm. Gone. Oh, I thought this was 2 panels. No, that's just Ranfan slicing. That's awesome. Abayo! I think that's just farewell, right? Abayo? Yeah, goodbye. Grido! Oh, I guess he made it over there. Oaka! Master, young master. Zuzazazazazaza. Goody! Iya, Rinka? No, it's Lin? Daijoubu ka? Are you okay? Oh, the mark is gone. Gakun. Ha ha! うまくうるさいガキから分離できたぜ. Skillfully from the noisy brat, bunri was possible. Separating? Oh, separating or detachment from the noisy brat skillfully or well was possible. Baking, baki, baking. Ah, ah. Baki, 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 baki. Go, ah, ga. Baki, baki, baki. That's not looking good for. Oh, hey, it's you can see greed now instead of Kami. Ah, greedo. なぜ父に逆らおう? Why opposing father? Why are you opposing your father? Oh. 遅めの反抗期だよ、親父殿. A late 反抗期. A late 反抗期. Something time. A late rebellious age, Lord Father. That's what it is. Oh. Oh. あんたのこれたこの単価能力で Okay. Recede from you this tanka. Carbonization ability. Or through this carbonization ability, recede from you. Ichiban moroi boro zumi ni henshin shite yara. One time or one turn moroi, or the most, Ichiban, the most moroi, brittle or fragile, falling apart coal or sumi, charcoal, into the most brittle, falling apart charcoal transformation let's do, or will do. Okay, so basically he's transforming Father's body into charcoal through the ability that Father had given him. Boki, which is why he's now. Kozakashi. Kozakashi. Clever, impertinent, crafty. Kieyo Greedo. Vanish or disappear, greed. Buching. Which is kind of like chomp. Ah, kuso. Ah, damn it. Koko made ka. Like to this end, or it ends here. Greedo. Maybe not. Well, that's him dying. Chi. なんて目で意味やがるションベンガキが We're getting a nice long farewell to greet here. Like hiff or oof. With like whatever eyes looking at me, I guess, you pissy brat. Come on, focus. Aku Chibi Wait, Chibi mo Rin mo zuibun ore sama ni nameta taido o totte kureta mon da. Unbelievable. Either Little or Lin. Chibi, the little guy or even Lin, very much to me. Um. Unbelievable. The little guy and Lin, not very much to me. Respect or the condition of making fun of totte kureta mon da. I don't know quite how to untie all this. The English went with neither Lin or the runty alchemist, that would be Chibi, ever did treat me with the respect I deserved. So very much to me, nameta. That means to make fun of. Yeah, make light of, treat with contempt. Very much to me, I think this is like they always did make fun of me. The English went with the reverse, which is they never did respect me. Nakama, they were flashing back now. Nakamate no wa tamashi de tsunagatte n da yo. As for talking about friends or allies, through the souls are connected. Friends are connected through the souls. Nakama ni narane ka? Like, do you not want to become friends? Do you not want to become allies? So he's flashing back to those comments. Jubun da! It's enough. It's sufficient. Okay, Ed is going to try to do something. Mo jubun da. Yes, it's already sufficient. It's already enough. Nan mo irane ya. Nothing else is necessary. Oh, well, there you go. For someone who wants everything, right? Nothing else is necessary. Ga ha ha. Jana. Well, see ya. So this is greed continuing to vanish. Tamashi no tomo yo. Soul friends. Aw. Farewell, soul friends. All right. Ed is taking use of this time to punch Father through the body. Don. And unfortunately, the image is right here in the middle of the book. So try to see as best as you can. Bursting through not only his body, but through the frame. Kusaru kusasu no minna o kaihou shiro. Release or free everybody of Xerxes. They're leaking out already. Oh. Zoom. Uh-oh, here come the arms. そして生まれた場所へ帰れ. And then to place of birth return. And then basically, so free all the souls, free everybody of Xerxes, and then return to the place that you were born or came from. Homunculus. Homunculus. And again, the actual text is the frasco no naka no koito, the small person inside the flask. Bucky. We get, I guess this is a sign of the sun in the back, and it's pretty much out of the eclipse at this point. Uh-oh. The hands are coming. Oh. Go! Bucky, 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 Bucky. This is gonna be gross, isn't it? Yep, they're pulling him into himself or something. Bucky, 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 Bucky. Ah, Bucky, Bucky, Bucky. Ah, and like cramming him in, pushing. Oh, Bucky. Go. Naze da. Why? Or how? Naze watashi no mono ni naranu? Why not become my thing? Why my thing to that will not become? Kami yo, God. Hey God, why not? Why won't you become my thing? I guess this is God's portal, the one that he opened using everything. Omae ga onore o shinji no karada. I guess this is God. You onore shinji no kara, because do not believe, because you do not believe in yourself. I think that's right. It's a little bit odd. So omae would be a normal generic way to refer to someone. Onore is a little bit more usually contemptuous way to say you, like oneself. It's a bit derogatory. Maybe that's on purpose. I don't know. The English just went because you never believed in yourself. But omae ga onore o shinji nu kareba. It's because of that. Okay? I guess this is father now, right? The homunculus inside the flask, or the small person. Oh, there's another ball. Kami to yara o jibun no mono ni. Okay, so interesting. Like kami, God or whatever, to one's own thing, oneself's thing to that God, like you, wara seruna, don't make me laugh. But interesting that this, whatever this is, says kami to yara, which is like God or whatever, which is what Hohenheim kept saying, kami to yara. 盗んだ高級品を身につけて自分が偉くなったつもりか? Okay. Minitsukete, which means to obtain. Minitsu. Yeah, acquiring a stolen high-level good. Acquiring a high-level stolen item. And oneself erakunata, becoming self-important or proud. That was your intent. Yeah, okay. So you were intending to become proud or excellent or remarkable yourself by acquiring a high-level stolen good. Kozakashi nusutome. So kozakashi was like cunning or shrewd, like thief. お前のようなやつは as for guys like you, 文章にフラスコの中で満足しておればよかったのだ。It would have been good if you had been satisfied with staying inside the flask. 文章 within one's means. Yeah. Yeah. As for someone like you, as for a guy like you, within your means and inside the flask, being satisfied would have been good. 谷の力を利用し、神とやらにしがみついていただけで、お前自身が成長しておらん。Okay, so using the strength of other people to God or whatever, shigami tsuku, clinging to God or whatever, and receiving it, or through receiving and clinging to God or whatever, you yourself, seicho, aren't doing seicho. Oh, growing to adulthood. Yeah. you haven't grown, or you aren't growing at all by doing these things. 私は完全な存在になりたかった。As for me, a complete or perfect existence to that wanted to become. I wanted to have a complete or perfect existence. 神を完全に理解したかった。Wanted to do understanding perfectly of God, or wanted to have, I guess. No, I wanted to do understanding of God. God is a direct object here. この世のすべてを知りたかった。All of that world wanted to be familiar with. なのになぜお前は邪魔をする? And in spite of that, why, as for you, are you in the way? Or why do you stand in the way of that? お前は何者だ? As for you, who are you? I think we know from Kami to Yara. Maybe not. 私はお前たちが世界と呼ぶ存在. As for me, existence called world, or you calling existence. So I am the existence that you call the world. お前たち. Let me come back to this. あるいは宇宙 or possibly the universe, 宇宙 あるいは神 or possibly God, 神 あるいは真理 or possibly the truth, あるいは善 or possibly everything, あるいは一 or possibly one. So he goes through all the names that have been kind of been thrown around. What's interesting here is this being, whatever it is, starts with, as for me, you calling. Omaetachi isn't specific. It literally means plural of like you. The English translation went with, I am what humans call. There's nothing in here that says that omaetachi means humans, but it is true that humans use these words. そして, and, ゆら. 私はお前だ. I am you. But omae here is in quotes. As for me, am you. I am omae. 思い上がらぬように, yeah, there's some who call me Tim. There's no chimu here. 思い上がらぬよう、正しい絶望を与えるのが真理という存在とお前は言ったな。Okay, so, like, as for you, you said this. 思い上がらぬように, like, without being conceited, without appearing to be conceited, the correct or just despair grants and existence of truth. It's okay. You said it. Existence called truth that grants correct despair without conceit. Again, the English went with, you called truth the arbiter of order that keeps men in their place. Ah, there's the smile. だから、お前の言う通り, therefore, just as you said, お前にも絶望を与えるのだよ. Oh, also to you, despair will bestow or grant. Will be bestowing or granting to you despair. Gong. Uh-oh, the door's opening. Gong. Yamero, stop. 戻りたくない. Don't want to return. 嫌だ, no. Gong, gong. Funny, this is the sound we normally saw in the underground when Father was in the early days. そこに縛られ続けるのは嫌だ. In that place, continuing to be bound, as for that, it's no good. Like, I don't want that. I don't want to be bound in that place or continue to be bound in that place. Gong, gong, gong. Yeah, no. Baka. Yamero. Stop. Bucky. Oh, I guess at this point, that was the thing that had Ed's legs, but now because it has no body, it's just a glowing ball. Got it. Okay, that took me a second. But we saw it with the smile. Bucky. 思い上がったものに絶望を. So to conceited people, despair. お前が望んだ結末だ. It's your desired ending or conclusion. I guess what he's saying, maybe it takes on the form of the being, that could be too, yeah. Yeah, I guess because it had the shape of the human too. It just seemed to have more solid parts. That's probably right. Yeah, so to conceited people, despair, meaning giving. So to you, it's your granted, it's your desired or whatever conclusion, ending. Again, the English reached a little bit beyond and said, the truth brings despair to those who reach above their station. I guess reaching above your station is being conceited. Thinking above people, but being conceited. All right. Well, there we go. That is the end of that. Where are we? 44 minutes. All right. Well, here we are back. Here, the aftermath. Nanda, どうなった? あったのか? So what happened? Did we win? はい。Yes, sir. でも、but, アルフォンソ君があちらから戻ってきてません。Alphonse from that place, or that, yeah, from that place isn't coming back. Hard to say if this isn't coming back or hasn't come back, but it's in the process of like he currently isn't back. ごめんなさい. I'm sorry. ごめんなさい. Sorry. お前のせいじゃない. Your fault it is not. It's not your fault. あるの判断だ. That was Al's decision. 判断. Judgment. 通行料ならある? Ed, if it's 通行料, it exists. The toll. If it's as for the toll, or if we're talking about the toll, it exists. 使え賢者の石だ. Use it, or use the sage stone. これであるを取り戻せ. With this, take and bring back Al. ダメだ. No. No good. 俺たちの体を取り戻すのに、賢者の石は使わないとあると約束した. Okay, so, made a promise with Al not to use the sage stone in order to get back our original bodies, or get back our bodies. Alphonse Elric. Alphonse Elric. なんとかならんのですか? Like what's gonna happen? Not something. Naran, will it not become? Something or other. Naran toka. I think this is like, yeah, can't we manage? Isn't there something we can do? Mu. 人体連生には扉を開けるには通行料が必要だと聞いてる. Everyone can pitch in at Pinky. As for to human transmogrifying, and as for opening the portal, a toll is necessary, is what I'm hearing, or is what they say. かつて鋼のは右腕を犠牲にアルフォンソの魂の実を引っ張り出した. Okay, so katsute. Once or before, as for before, as for the steel alchemist, right arm as a sacrifice, Alphonse's soul, like itself, pulled back, or the core of Alphonse's soul pulled back, or something like that. 人間一人分引っ張り出すとなると, a human, like an entire, one part of a human, pulling that back, if it's going to become that, ... So, in other words, right, gave up a right arm for the soul, but for the whole body, ... まさか、エドワード君は自身を犠牲に? It can't be. As for Edward, like himself as a sacrifice? いや、no. あいつは一人取り残される恐怖と絶望を知っている。As for that guy, meaning Ed, alone or individually taking and being remained, or maybe this is like being left alone, is knowing the fear and despair of being left alone. Yeah. Hori no kosu. Yeah, being left behind. Alone. As for that guy, alone, being left behind, fear and despair is knowing. それをアルフォンスに味わわせることはしない。Okay. あわわせる. That's like to make someone taste. 味わわ. Positive, yeah. As for the event of making Alphonse taste that thing, meaning being left alone in despair and fear, will not do. He won't do that. Alphonse, 助けて, 誰か. Alphonse, save, help me, somebody. 母さん, mom. So Ed is flashing back to their first, when all that's kicked off. 方法はあるはずだ. As for a method or a way, it ought to exist. There has to be a way. 必ず, certainly. 考えろ, think. 考えろ, think. 思考を止めるな. 思考を止める. Don't stop the 思考. Don't stop thought or consideration. Don't stop thinking. Edward. 俺の命を使って use my life. アルフォンスを取り戻せ bring back Alphonse. ちょうど一人分残ってる. Perfectly one piece or one part is remaining. So yeah, chodo means like properly or exactly or perfectly. One piece is remaining. Baka yaro! そんなことできるわけないだろ? Like, you idiot. That sort of a thing being possible, it isn't. There's no reason for me to do that, or I can't do that. 俺たち兄弟が体をなくしたのは俺たちのせいだ. We brothers, as for our bodies becoming nothing, that was our fault. あるを取り戻すのに人の命は使わねえって散々言ってるだろうが. Okay, and even though, or bringing back Al, as for lives of humans, as for the lives of people, I guess of bringing back Al, not using, will not use, said, it's sanzan. I guess severely said. I'm not sure why sanzan, but that's what we're saying, that we won't use people's lives to bring back, for bringing back the body. 大体なんでてめえが命をかける必要がある? かける here is very complicated. To hang? No, that's it. To hang, to hoist, to sit. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm not sure why the use of this kanji. It's the verb kakeru, which has about 20 different meanings. So let's see. Generally, nande, why you, whatever your life, using, hanging your life, raising your life, is that necessary? Like, why do we have to use your life? 父親だからだよ. It's because I'm your father. 必要とか理屈とかじゃないんだ. Necessity or 理屈 or theory or reason, it isn't. It's not about theory or reason or necessity. お前たちが何より大事なんだ. You guys, more than anything, are precious or important. 幸せになってほしいんだ. Wanting it to become happiness. Like, I want you guys to be happy. 二人ぼっちになって寂しくて鳥舎を描らせようとした。Is that 描? No, that's not right. Oh, yomigae, which is to come back to life. Okay, so ぼっちになって that is bolchi, I guess. So I guess like you two becoming bolchi, which I guess is becoming young men. Lonely Trisha tried to resurrect. Trisha was their mom. The English went with the two of you had no one to turn to when Trisha died. It was loneliness that drove you to try and resurrect her. Okay. お前たちの体がそうなってしまったのは、ほったから死にしてた俺のせいだもある. So it's also my fault that your guys' bodies becoming that way, like because it's my fault that I left you behind. ほったら is to like leave alone. Yeah, to neglect. So neglecting, as for the one, yeah, as for your bodies becoming that way, leaving you behind was, or neglecting you was my fault. And that also happened. Sumanakatta. I'm sorry. 俺はもう十分生きた. As for me, already sufficiently have lived. I've already lived enough. 最後くらい父親らしいことをさせてくれ. Like a final extent of a fatherly thing, like allow me to do a final fatherly thing, or seemingly fatherly thing. バカ言ってんじゃねえよ、クソ親父. Don't say stupid things, you crappy dad. You kuso oyaji. 二度とそんなこと言うな. The second time that sort of a thing, don't say. Don't say that again. はった押すぞ. Hata osuzo. I have no idea what that's supposed to mean. Hataosu. Oh, taosu is just to take out. Yeah. And so ha is some sort of like emphasizer or whatever. Like, I'll take you out. Don't bring it up again or else I'll take you out. Ha ha. やっと親父と呼んでもらえた. Finally did the favor or received the favor of being called dad. You finally called me dad. Oyaji. Goose. May. あるのためにこんなに泣いてくれるのか? Okay, so May, for Al's sake or for Al's purposes, this sort of a crying that you're doing, like you're crying for Al. Gori-san, Zampano. So Mr. Gorilla, Darius, and Zampano, that's that guy. Kimera no Osan tachi wa makikomareta dake nano ni saigo made tsukiatte kureta. Did the favor of like sticking with us to the end, even though we're just dragged in, you old Chimera dudes. As for you old Chimera dudes, all that stuff. Briggs no minna, everybody of Briggs. Sabishii kedo tayori ni natta na. Like, you're strict or you're severe, but tayori. Tayori ni, but reliable. You're strict but reliable. That's, I guess, a compliment. Or you became reliable, whatever it is. Shousa wa matta naitera. And as for the major, again crying. Rin to Ranfan, Lin and Ranfan. Jibun no koni no koto mo aru no ni kenja no ishi o tsukaeda nante o hito yoshi sugiru. The events of one's own country also, even though you have like your own country to worry about, or even though there are the things about your own country, Sage Stone using or whatever, guys are you are too nice of people. I think this is like for telling me to use the Sage Stone. You're too nice. Yoshisugi. Okay, we're getting a little bit of a wrap up. Sensei ni wa yoku shikarareta na. As for from Sensei, well scolded or yelled at, or frequently, often was yelled at by Sensei. Taisa Tochui, Colonel and Lieutenant. Tako-san no hito ga anata tachi ga moto no kurare ni mororu hi o motte kuretteru hazu yo. Flashing back to things that they said. So this is where Hawkeye said, there ought to be many people, you guys, returning to your original bodies that day. Ought to be a lot of people waiting for it. Or looking forward to it. Tada watashi wa kanosei o teiji suru. As for me, just a chance. Teiji suru. I'm doing teiji. Am presenting an opportunity, presenting a chance. Kimeru no wa kimi tachi da. As for the deciding or the deciders, it's you. You guys. This was a long time ago. I don't remember this one. Solda. Indeed, or that's right. Daremo. 俺たち兄弟に諦めろって言わなかったじゃないか? Okay. Nobody to us brothers give up said. Nobody told us to give up. Nobody to we brothers akiramero, which is to give up, saying that didn't do, right? Isn't that right? In typical, again, Japanese fashion, this is a lot more than negative. Isn't it right that nobody told us to give up? The English went with, we said we'd never give up and they believed us. It's not quite what that says. 大丈夫だ. It's good. It's fine. Yarare. Able to do it? I can do it. め、ちょっと離れてろ. Like, may, like, step back a little. ガリガリガリガリガリガリ。これは this thing. And that's where I'm going to stop. I'm sorry, but we're at an hour now. And I think we're barely halfway through the chapter. So we're stopping there. Ed seems to have a plan. We'll find out what it is next time.